Seth Rollins' devastating injury has WWE fans reeling. Could this spell the end of his dominant reign as champion? Let's dive into the details that everyone's buzzing about. Hey there, wrestling enthusiasts. If you've been following the action since the early days of WrestleMania, you know how unpredictable pro wrestling can be, especially when real injuries strike. I'm Sean Reuter, and I've been immersed in this world since WrestleMania 1. Sharing insights on platforms like SB Nation and Cage Side Seats ever since around WrestleMania 28. Today, we're talking about a major shakeup that's got the WWE Universe on edge. Picture this. After wrapping up the exciting Crown Jewel event Down Under in Australia, that's WWE's big premium live event, kind of like a Super Bowl for wrestling fans, a chunk of the WWE roster was set to jet off to Japan for their yearly tour. This trip is a highlight for fans in the land of the rising sun, who absolutely adore pro wrestling and pack venues like no other. Seth Rollins, the current WWE World Heavyweight Champion known as the Visionary, was originally lined up to join the fun. But oof, everything changed after he picked up a nasty injury during his intense clash with Cody Rhodes at that Perth show last Saturday. For beginners out there, premium live events are WWE's top-tier shows outside of the monthly pay-per-views, often held in international spots to build global hype. Rollins' bout with Rhodes was a high-stakes main event, full of athletic flips, powerful strikes, and dramatic storytelling that had everyone glued to their screens. Sadly, it ended with Rollins hurt, and now Japanese ticket sites have scrubbed his name from the lineup for this weekend's Super Show events at the iconic Ryogoku Sumo Hall, a historic arena that's like the Madison Square Garden of sumo and wrestling. And this is the part most people miss. Before this setback, which also triggered the Visionary's jaw-dropping betrayal on Monday's Raw episode, where he shockingly turned on his allies and got jumped by Bron Breakker, Bronson Reed, and even Paul Heyman amid the chaos involving CM Punk and a world title contender spot. Rollins was hyped for some blockbuster matches in Tokyo. He was slated to face off against the ever-charismatic CM Punk on Friday, October 17th. Then, on Saturday, he was teaming up with his soon-to-be former partners, the powerhouse duo of Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed, against Punk, the high-flying Shinsuke Nakamura, and the fun-loving Jey Uso. For those new to the scene, a turn in wrestling means a character switch from good guy, face, to bad guy, heel, often to advance storylines and keep things fresh. But here's where it gets controversial. With the updates rolling in, those dream matchups are off the table. Now, CM Punk is set to tangle with the sneaky Dominic Mysterio on Friday, a matchup that could steal the show with its mix of technical skill and family drama. Come Saturday the 18th, it'll be Punk joining forces with Nakamura to battle Breakker and Reed in a tag team thriller. Fans are split on whether this reshuffling strengthens the card or robs us of seeing Rollins in action. What do you think? Is swapping in fresh faces a smart pivot? Or does it highlight how fragile these tours can be? Adding to the worry, after Monday's Raw, where Rollins made that infamous turn, he was spotted sporting a sling on his arm while treating himself to some well-deserved ice cream. It's a relatable moment that humanizes these larger-than-life athletes, reminding us they're just people pushing their bodies to the limit night after night. Since our previous scoop, reliable insider Dave Meltzer from Wrestling Observer has chimed in with some heavy confirmation. Unlike past storylines where Rollins faked injuries to mess with the locker room, a clever angle he once pulled off brilliantly, this one is the real deal. At 39 years young, the architect is reportedly heading into shoulder surgery as soon as possible. Earlier buzz suggested it might involve rotator cuff repair, a common but serious procedure for wrestlers who rely on their upper body for those signature moves like stomps and curb kicks. Meltzer's sources couldn't pinpoint the exact diagnosis yet, but they're bracing for Rollins to be sidelined for several months at minimum. Imagine the impact. That's prime time for title defenses and feuds. And now, the championship picture just got a whole lot murkier. But hold on, because it's pro wrestling and nothing's ever set in stone. We don't always get unanimous agreement from the rumor mill. Over at Fightful Select, more tests are on the horizon to gauge the full severity. And while the spotlight's on that potential shoulder issue, some insiders are crossing their fingers it's just a fractured arm. Why? A broken arm might mean a quicker recovery, possibly getting him back in the ring by year's end. Think holiday tours and Royal Rumble build-up. For newcomers, recoveries in wrestling vary wildly. A simple fracture could heal in weeks with proper rehab, whereas shoulder surgeries often demand months of therapy to regain that explosive strength. Subtly controversial take, is WWE downplaying the injury to protect their star power? Or is this genuine uncertainty that's testing fan loyalty? After all, in a scripted sport, blending real pain with fake drama keeps us guessing. But at what cost to the performer's health? We'll keep you posted as more info trickles in. In the meantime, what are your thoughts? Do you believe this surgery will cheap Rollins out for good? Or is he the type to bounce back stronger? Should WWE vacate the title right away or ride out the storm with an interim champ? Drop your hot takes in the comments below. Let's spark some debate. Sean Reuter has been overthinking professional wrestling since WrestleMania 1 and has been blogging about it for SB Nation and Cage Side Seats since roughly WrestleMania 28.